Today we are here with Wells Fargo to announce the New Orleans NeighborhoodLIFT program. Wells Fargo is going to dedicate $4 million to potential home buyers to overcome the common hurdles that we see with home ownership in the city of New Orleans. It's going to target households earning less than 120% of the median income. Going to provide grants of up to $15,000 for a down payment on assistance to eligible homeowners to help people realize the American dream in the city of New Orleans. Also to provide financial education to help buyers prepare for home ownership. This is another great program and a project that continues the city's ongoing commitment to create economic growth, to fight blight, to rebuild communities, and to help people realize the great American dream of owning their own home. It's going to expand the pool of qualified home buyers by providing purchase assistance to more households, creating demand for new and rehabilitated houses in the city, and it's going to leverage existing and highly successful programs that we have run that are working right now, like the Soft Second program. We have had over 500 closings with $30 million of commitments in the city of New Orleans. So thank all of you for the great work that y'all have done. We appreciate it. We have been committed to rebuilding all of New Orleans and not leaving anyone behind. 8 years ago, there were many people that said New Orleans was too old and too tired to rebuild. We have basically told people that that is not us, that is not who we are, and we have just shown them by action that that is not true. The city was hurt many, many times by Katrina, Rita, the BP oil spill, the national recession, and now what has happened is the people of New Orleans have become this nation's most immediate laboratory for innovation and change. Our motto has been to bring people together, to get things done, and to never leave anybody behind. In the last 3.5 years, we have 116 priority facilities completed with over $142 million investments ongoing. We've created over 4,500 jobs, including GE Capital, Game Loft, Cold Storage, Magnolia Marketplace. We've invested $250 million in road repairs and street repairs, completing over 100 miles of street repairs in the city of New Orleans. We have the world taking notice of the progress in the city of New Orleans because of the partnerships we've been able to develop in the private sector like Wells Fargo. The U.S. Census says we're the fastest growing city in America. Brookings said we're the #1 city for economic recovery. And Bloomberg News says we are the top American boomtown. And I wanted to thank Wells Fargo, NeighborWorks America, and Hope Enterprises for being one of the other public-private partnerships that have helped us rebuild this city. You come on the shoulders of people that have come before you. Mr. Landrieu and Louise Riggio Foundation gave us money. We've completed over 130 homes in Gentilly, and we're currently building another 100 on the same model of incredible public-private partnerships. And we are thrilled to welcome Wells Fargo to be one of the other great partners in the city of New Orleans. Thank you for thinking about the people. Thank you for investing your resources in this city. As public-private partnerships go, it will benefit you and it will benefit the people of this city greatly, and of course make our country strong again. So thank you all for that. And now I'd like to ask Mr. Hugh Rodden, who's the Senior Vice President of Wells Fargo, join us for comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Landrieu. Good afternoon. We want to first just thank the City of New Orleans for just being so supportive and working with us in collaboration on this partnership. At Wells Fargo, we want to make sure that we create affordable housing, sustainable housing, and we're just excited about this opportunity. I want to first do some acknowledgments. First, I want to make sure that we acknowledge a lot of our partners that are here with us today and working with us. First, I want to make sure that we acknowledge Don Phoenix. And Don Phoenix is the Senior Vice President with NeighborWorks America. And NeighborWorks America has been with us on this journey, and we definitely appreciate Don being here with us today. Bill Bynum, Chief Executive Officer of Hope Enterprise. We look forward to working with Hope Enterprise in this project, and definitely want to acknowledge him as well. Then I'd like to acknowledge some of the team members from Wells Fargo, because we work as a team. We refer to each other as team members and not colleagues, because teams are strong together and no one does anything individually. So Ann Jackson, the regional manager for this region. Brent Berry, who is the regional diverse segments manager. Scott Fontenot, who is our government relations director for the state. Jay Lawrence, who is our communications leader. Bertha Montenegro, who is the area manager, sales area manager here. And then our leader for NeighborWorks nationally, Kim Smith-Moore. Thank you guys for being here. Wells Fargo cares about New Orleans, and we have seen dramatic things happen in this market, but we've seen dramatic recovery take place as well, and we're just excited to be here and to be a part of that. The fact is that mortgage rates are low, and with low mortgage rates and down payment assistance, we're able to help work with working families to create home ownership. So today, we're pleased to announce the program that we refer to as NeighborWorks. NeighborWorks is a one-of-a-kind program that doesn't exist in the industry, and we're happy to bring that here to New Orleans. I'll give you a couple components of the program. First of all, $4 million of the program is there for down payment assistance. So we'll work with our nonprofit partners to make sure that we are providing that down payment assistance, and we're excited about bringing that. The great thing is that those millions of dollars, up to $15,000, no, excuse me, let me back up for a second. $15,000 per qualified homeowner will be able to get that money and use that money for down payment assistance. In addition to that, $500,000 will go to a special initiative which will be identified at a later date by the city. And then the great thing about this is that at the end of this month, on January 31st and February 1st, we will have a special program that you all are invited to, and that program will give potential homeowners the opportunity to come in, sit down, meet face-to-face with our team members, get them qualified for homes, and also reserve that $15,000 that allows them to buy a home. So we're excited about that event that's coming up at the end of the month, and you'll hear and see more about that as we move along. Finally, the last $650,000, because I'm sure you're all doing the math out there, is basically there to create that event that we'll have at the end of the month, and then just the operational costs that are associated with running a program like this. You know, by providing financial assistance to potential homeowners, you know, we have the opportunity to work together with the city to help stabilize communities, and we're excited about that. This is the 23rd LIFT event that we've had at Wells Fargo. We've been able to help over 5,000 people become homeowners. Now, this program is going to work great with the city's program, which we spent a lot of time talking about, but it also gives ready again buyers. So it's not just for first-time home buyers, but it's also for buyers, potential buyers that are ready again, and has a component of it that is a rehab component as well. So you're able to do 203K loans as well to do rehabilitation on homes that may not quite be the way a potential customer desires those homes to be. Again, happy to be working with NeighborWorks, with the city, and with the rest of the community in bringing this wonderful program to the city of New Orleans. Next, I think it's a change of order.
Yeah, just briefly, you wouldn't mind. Jared Brissett is the state
Okay.
representative.
All right, so Jared Brissett is the state representative, and we're going to go ahead and have him come up now. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for braving the cold. This is especially significant personally to me, having grew up right there around the corner on LaFay Street. I would like to thank Wells Fargo for being a great partner with the city and all stakeholders, the city's housing department. This is an opportunity to lift families up, reduce blight, which is a significant challenge, but a challenge that we, as the city and as the state, have put our financial investments in. And thank you, Wells Fargo, for being part of the housing market here in New Orleans and improve the quality of housing and making the housing affordable for all families who wish to have their first piece of property and live the American dream. So thank all of you. I have to run. Appreciate it. Wells Fargo again, Mayor Landrieu. This is a great day for our city and our community. Thank you.
All right, next we want to go ahead and bring up our NeighborWorks of America partner, Don Phoenix, Senior Vice President. Don?
Thank you. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here with Mayor Landrieu and Hugh Roden with Wells Fargo to tell you about this incredible opportunities for the working families in New Orleans. You probably heard, and I know you've heard already, that Wells Fargo, through its LIFT program, will provide $15,000 per family, per eligible qualified homeowner as a down payment assistance, and that's great. Homeownership is affordable. I know you've heard it. I know people have said that homes are more affordable than they ever been, and I'm very excited about that. But I know that in order to achieve a successful homeownership opportunity, that you need a little bit more help. And I'm referring to the home buyer education support that's provided to the families, particularly in this LIFT program. You know that you get a home, the first time you get involved in the process of getting a home, it's all kind of paperwork in front of you, and it's just mind-boggling as to what all this stuff means. And then what I experienced, that once I got through that process of qualifying and closing my loan, that I walk into my house and look out the window and say, oh my God, what am I going to do? There's a yacht out there. And then I started receiving all kind of credit cards in the mail. And I said, oh my God, they know I'm here. And so the counselor also provides that guidance to the organization throughout the process. And they are a trusted advisor. They are there to answer questions that they are usually embarrassed to ask of their lender. And that's where NeighborWorks really comes in. NeighborWorks is a national nonprofit that was chartered by Congress in 1978. And for more than 35 years, we're providing affordable homeownership opportunities to families throughout the nation. And we utilize that homeownership opportunity to stabilize communities and to improve the lives of the families in those communities. We are proud that Wells Fargo has chosen NeighborWorks as a national partner for LIFT. Wells is keenly aware that in order for a homeowner to be successful, they need this counseling. And a successful homeowner makes a successful neighborhood, a stable neighborhood, and a stable neighborhood comprises a great community. And so that's very important. And that's our goal here, not to just make people homeowners, but make them participants in the community in which they live. Since February of 2012, we have worked with Wells to put on these events in some 23 sites across the country. Now it's New Orleans time, and I'm very excited about that. Yeah, who that? Who that time? You know, one of the keys to success for these successful programs we had under LIFT has been the leadership of the elected officials. And I would just like to acknowledge your great leadership, Mayor. We have had a great working relationship with the mayor over the years, and we are just excited that we will continue that through the benefit of this program that Wells would offer us. The applicant that's applying for this down payment assistance will receive this valuable counseling and the $15,000 down payment assistance from one of our NeighborWorks organizations, Hope Enterprise, and Bill Badham, the CEO of Hope, is here, and you hear from him later. Right now is the best time to purchase a home. All the stars are aligned. You have Wells with the money, the city with the authority, and NeighborWorks with the know-how to make homeowners successful. So it's no excuse. So tell all your friends that it's time for you to get involved in this LIFT program and take advantage of this opportunity. Have them come down, or you can bring them down to the convention center on January 31st and February 1 to take advantage of this opportunity. Not only would they learn about the homeownership opportunity, but they have an opportunity to see some of the homes that are being showcased, so they could really match their buying power with a home of their choice. So again, I just want to thank you for this opportunity for NeighborWorks to be a part of something that's going to be very great here. And with that, I would like to bring to the mic Bill Bynum of Hope. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is a good afternoon. Mayor, we've had the opportunity to work together to support businesses that create jobs, eradicate food deserts, but arguably there's nothing more important than home ownership. As Don said, it stabilizes communities. It makes this city what it is. No city in the country, I think, has more vibrant neighborhoods, more exciting neighborhoods than New Orleans. But it's homeowners that makes that so special. We've been working at Hope in New Orleans for over 10 years. We've been working in this region for 20 years, helping people climb the economic ladder. But one of the keys to climbing the economic ladder is home ownership. We also know that an educated, informed homeowner is a successful homeowner. And again, nothing stabilizes communities like home ownership. But becoming a homeowner is not a simple process. NeighborWorks will help make that process more possible for hundreds more homeowners. The entire team, my colleagues and I, hope y'all wave your hands. I have several that are here. These are the folks who are going to put the lift in NeighborWorks. We're going to do everything that we can to make this program succeed and thrive here in New Orleans. I promise you that we'll do everything possible to make as many people as possible eligible to take advantage of the $15,000 down payment assistance funds here in New Orleans. My job is also to tell you what is specifics of what is required. You've heard some of it, but I want to be very clear about the requirements and outline them, so bear with me. Down payment assistance may be applied to purchase homes in the city of New Orleans. Down payment assistance is targeted at households with incomes that are up to 120% of area median income. That's about $70,550 for a family of 4. 120% of area median income is eligible. Home buyers must complete an 8-hour home buyer education class. As Don mentioned, that's critical to helping people be prepared. You didn't mention thawing out pipes. That's one of the things that people need to be prepared for as a homeowner. Home buyer education. Home buyers must be able to qualify for a home they can truly afford. You think that's a given, but certainly we've learned over the past few years how important ability to pay is. So homeowners have to be able to qualify for something they can afford. A first mortgage is required, and down payment assistance funds will close with the first mortgage at the time of the closing. They'll close together. Home buyers should be on track to purchase a home within 60 days after you've reserved their down payment assistance funds. Home buyers are not required to be first-time home buyers, but they must not own another home at the time that they close on a new home with NeighborWorks funds. So how do you get started? www.hope-ec.org/lift. www.hope-ec-enterprise-corporation/lift. You can register for an appointment to attend the launch that was mentioned on Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st here at the Morrell Convention Center. Walk-ins are welcome, but we really encourage people to register in advance to reserve your $15,000 down payment assistance funds. If you don't have a computer or access to one, there are free computers at your nearest public library, or you can call toll-free 888-246-6314, 888-246-6314. At the homebuyer event, You'll need to bring proof of income documents. These documents include the most recent 60 days of pay stubs, federal tax returns, and W-2s for the past 2 years, and 2 recent months of bank statements or credit union statements. Go to www.hopeec.lift to see the entire list of documents. As you've heard, Wells Fargo and NeighborWorks America have made a great deal of funds available here in New Orleans. We will keep at this until all the funds are put to use. Well, hopefully that'll be sooner than later, but we will work with homeowners to make sure that they're successful. One of the things that is critical to know is that we'll be with you every step of the way throughout the process and long after if you need us. So we will make sure that anyone who wants to become a homeowner knows what it takes, and we do everything we can to make you successful in becoming a homeowner. If you're not mortgage ready right away, we'll help you begin to get ready. That is our job. That's another reason why Neighborhood Lift event is the first step to achieving your dream of home ownership. Proud to be partnering with Wells Fargo. We've been partnering with NeighborWorks America since before Katrina, and the city of New Orleans could not be a stronger, more effective partner in making the dream of home ownership available for city residents. So thank you. We look forward to working with you all.
Good afternoon. This is a great shot in the arm. We've been very aggressively pursuing a home ownership program through our South Second program. We were moving so fast, as the mayor said, we have over 500 commitments at this point, and we continue to have people call. So again, that list will be going out to your list fairly quickly, and I think you'll be going through that $4 million faster than you think, because there are a lot of people in this community that are interested in home ownership, and they're prepared themselves, and they're prepared to go through exactly what we've indicated here, because they've done it every day, and as I said, we've processed over 500 so far. So thank you, Wells Fargo. Thank you to my staff, Brian Lawler, and the rest of my housing staff who do this great work every day. We look forward to our new partner, Wells Fargo, in doing this work, and Carrie and all the rest of the work that you've done for us. And look forward to coming back when we cut some ribbons on some houses that people just moved into. Thank you.
Well, thank you. That's great. I do want to make sure that we acknowledge a couple more people. So first of all, Brian Lawler, you were fabulous in working with you, and our programs, the city's program and the Wells Fargo program, will complement one another. And Brian, thank you for all your work that you did with us to get us here.